Hi, I'm Blythe Stevens. I'm an MFA using they, she pronouns. I'm the creator of A Blythe Coach, where I help multi-passionate creatives dance through their difficulties and take leaps of faith. Today, we're taking a leap of faith into a couple of ballet steps, which are really useful in more of a universal application to different ballet movements, as well as a variety of dance and movement techniques, namely Sous-sus and Échappé. So Sous-sus will be a movement that's gathering together and rising up, and Échappé will be a movement that's spreading out and rising up. And I wanted to refer to my trusty technical manual and dictionary of classical ballet by Gail Grant, just to provide the basic definitions for these two steps that we'll combine at the bar today. So we'll want to have a bar or something stable to support us as we explore these movements, since we will be rising up into a relevé position. So quickly, Sous-sus, according to Grant, means under over, a term of the Cecchetti method. Sous-sus is a relevé in the fifth position, performed sur place, or traveled forward, backward, or to the side. The dancer springs onto the points or demi-points, drawing the feet and legs tightly together. Conversely, échappé will bring the legs apart, according to Grant. It is an escaping or slipping movement. An échappé is a level opening of both feet from the closed position to an open position. There are two kinds of échappés: Echappe Saute, which is done with a spring from the fifth position and finishes in a demi-plié in the open position, and Echappe sur le point or demi-point, which is done with a relevé and has straight knees when in the open position. In each case, échappés are done to the second or fourth position, both feet traveling an equal distance from the original center of gravity. So these two movements are fun to practice together, I find, because in both cases, the legs are moving simultaneously apart and together, or together and apart, which is a tricky thing in and of itself. We might have a tendency to move one leg and then the other. And here we're really using both sides of the body in partnership with one another to move in a coordinated way, simultaneously escaping and closing. Let me show you what I mean. Grant says that we'll be landing in a fifth position at the closure. That could also be a third position or even a first position in my experience. Here we'll practice from a third, so a lightly crossed position with one foot in front of the other. As we plie, of course, the knees are going to draw apart. We're sending energy down and out across the floor. As if we're going to jump, we are going to spring a little bit. And then we'll gather both thighs toward one another, the inner edges of both legs together, as we rise and slide the balls of both feet together to a relevé, like so. Well, yes, they draw in all the way to a cross position as tightly as possible, and then as we land, they'll open back up. Now, as said, the Cecchetti school brings both legs simultaneously together. You may also see in other schools where when we releve to fifth position, one or the other foot gathers to close, but in the Cecchetti version, which is the one we're practicing today and that is dear to my heart, we'll gather both together simultaneously. Think about a big glass of milkshake, and we're going to draw it from the bottom of the glass through a straw, long, lengthening, narrowing, and rise. And then we'll keep having the energy come out through our head. So Sous-sus again, we'll always start with plié, like a jump. We'll spring and slide to close and land. Try a couple times. Slide to close, a little spring, and plié. Slide to close, and plié. Yeah. So on the other side will be similar. Should work the same way, but we might find a little variation from side to side. So try it out. Other foot in front. The feet are together, but the knees will come apart over our middle toe as we plie and bring them all the way together to cross the landing and gathering. Landing. Great preparation for jumping. If we don't really have jumping in our home practice, which is probably best based on the kinds of floors we might have at home, a releve might be more appropriate and is a great place to start practicing that power to launch ourselves into the air without quite the same impact as fully jumping. So that is Sous-sus. Échappé will start the same way, but of course, rather than gathering the legs together, we'll be sending them apart simultaneously and rising onto the releve. Again, I do have another video, which I'll link in the cards up above, that has Échappe and Saute. I guess that's the sassy prances and sautes, where we'll take the Échappe that jumps, the legs spring out and land in a plie position, and then jump to land again. That could be in second position or fourth position. Same thing with releve. We could jump Échappe to fourth or rise. Today we're just going to practice those second position ones. So starting in a third position, plie, Échappe to rise, both legs together. One leg might want to volunteer to go first. We'll send them both at the same time as much as possible, understanding that takes time and practice for most people. Great. So those are the basic mechanics of Sous-sus and Echappe Releve. Let's put them together in a combination. So we'll start in our third position, the right foot in front, plie. We'll take that Sous-sus movement 3 times through, collecting the legs together to rise up, sinking down, and a 2. And land, and 3. To land, then 1, Échappe, changer. So this Échappe will start with the right foot in front, and we'll use it to change feet, rising up, and then sliding the other foot, the left foot, into close in front. Hey, now we've got the other side. We've landed in a plie. We use that as our preparation to collect the legs. Sous-sus, plie, sous-sus, plie, sous-sus, plie, and Échappe Releve, changer, changing the feet. Great, we'll do that nice and slow, 1 round, and then again at the same pace if you like, or speeding it up when you're ready. That would be Sous-sus, 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 and Échappe change, and Sous-sus, 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 and Échappe change. Ooh, I feel the warmth and the activity through the whole length of both legs. Then, just as a little brain teaser, we will reverse the actions, by which I mean we will try out 3 times Échappe and 1 Sous-sus. The Échappes can either stay and then change. Sous-sus, of course, won't change. Or what I'm going to demonstrate is that the Échappe is Échappe changer every time. So we'll change the foot to the back, to the front, to the back. Of course, if this is really your first time experiencing Échappe and Sous-sus, we're not going to worry quite as much about the perfection of the sequence and more about mastering the techniques. And then as that is strong and well supported, then we can focus a little bit more on the details of the correct performance of the choreography. But let's just really focus in on the Échappes and the Sous-sus as slowly as you need, and then step by step work our way up to more speed and more complexity as we go. So why don't we go ahead and try that out with music, see how it goes, and then you can let me know what comments or questions you have for further support in the comments below. Right foot's in the front in the third position. Take a little introduction. 7, 8. Sous-sus 1. Plié. Here's number 2. And plié. Gathering together, then scattering out. 3. Gather it all strongly together. And here's that Échappe to change. Now the left foot's in the front. We'll gather to sous-sus. Plié. Both legs together. Land apart. Number 3 is sous-sus. Plié. Échappe to change, rising up. And change, keep going, or let's take it faster. Sous. Sous. Sous-sus. And land. Sous-sus. And land. Échappe. Escape. And change. Sous-sus. And land. Sous-sus. And land. Sous-sus. And land. Échappe. Reversing that, we'll take échappe slow. Rise, rise, and close. Number 2. Rising, stretching out in all direction and close. And 3. And close. Sous-sus on that side. And land. Échappe, hold, close. That's 2. Here's number 3. And sous-sus. Plié. Here's 3 faster échappes. Échappe. And close. Échappe. And close. Échappe. Change. Sous-sus. Collecting and spreading out. Last set of quick échappes. Second, then we'll go back to the beginning. Slow or fast. 1 échappe to change. Sous-sus. Échappe to change. Échappe. 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 Sous-sus set. Échappe. Sous-sus again. 1, 2, out, in. 1, 2, 3, out. Last set. 1, 2, 3. Collect. Thanks for joining me for these Sous-sus and Echappe Releves and practicing them in combination. I'm so excited to share more with you in the future. To never miss out on my future videos and other offerings, you'll want to join my email list at ablythecoach.com. I'll see you there.